video, we're going to go over what it means to stipulate and appeal your case from the municipal or district court to the circuit court. My name's Sam Bone. I'm a Gadsden criminal defense lawyer, and I'm going to go over this in more detail. So first of all, what is stipulating and appealing? This video is going to go over exactly what that is. First, to understand, you have to understand what the word stipulating means. Stipulating is when both sides, both the prosecutor and the defense, agree there's no need for a trial. It's basically an agreement of certain facts. In this particular instance, there is an agreement that the facts are that the prosecution could make what's called a prima facie case that you committed the crime. Okay, that doesn't mean that you committed the crime, and that also doesn't mean that you were pleading guilty. You're actually pleading not guilty, but you agree that if the prosecutor were to put on their case, they could put off enough evidence to find you guilty if we didn't cross-examine or present our own witnesses. So you're stipulating they have enough evidence to find you guilty if only they tell their side of the story. Okay? So then you appeal. The second part of stipulating and appealing is an appeal. It is a request for a higher court to review a decision made by a lower court. So when you stipulate to your case, you stipulate again that they could find you guilty if you went to a trial. The court will give you a sentence. So for instance, if you have a DUI, they may give you an 180-day sentence. That may be to serve, it may be suspended. And at that point, you appeal it to a higher court. So you move it from either the district court, the municipal court, to the circuit court. Okay? So you're appealing it at that time. And at that point, once you get it to the higher court, you then start over. It's called a trial de novo. A trial de novo means just completely start over from scratch. What happened in the municipal or district court no longer counts, and we're starting over. In addition, the benefit of that is that you have the opportunity for a jury trial if you wish. Whereas in the municipal court or the district court, you don't have the opportunity for a jury trial. You only have the opportunity to try the case in front of the municipal judge or the district judge. So then by appealing it, you have the opportunity to have the case heard by your peers. Sometimes we may not choose to have the case heard in front of a jury or even choose jury trial. And the reason being is if you're later found guilty, then your court costs are higher when you click do the initials for jury trial. So if our purpose of appealing the case is to just avoid jail time but still plead, we may just do a judge trial to lower your court costs. So when you stipulate an appeal, you have to fill out the paperwork with a bondsman within 14 days of the date you stipulated and appealed. So you'll go to a bondsman. They will then come to the municipal court or the district court, sign the necessary paperwork with you to appeal it. You need to make sure when you fill out the paperwork that you put your correct address. And the reason being is they are going to send your court notices to that address. A lot of times I won't enter my appearance as attorney when you stipulate an appeal because at that time I've only been hired for the municipal or district court case. So I won't necessarily give you notice if you haven't hired me for the circuit court case. The problem with if you don't show up to the court date in circuit court is you don't get an FTA. In fact, what you get instead is you are found, the court does what's called a remand. They take your case from the circuit court and just reinstate the district or municipal court order. So if at the municipal court they gave you 180 days to serve and you miss your court date, then you have 180 days to serve. You don't still have the opportunity for a trial. So at when you stipulate an appeal, it's very, very important to make sure you show up for your court date. If you have any questions,